Hello everyone, Pedro here with CineMilled. Excited to be here today because I'm holding something I've been waiting for a very long time, and that is a TB50 to gold mount battery adapter. Something that turns a TB50 into a gold mount or a V-lock. It is available in both flavors. So why am I so excited about this? It's really simple. For a really long time, all of us in the camera department have been using lithium-ion batteries from lots of different manufacturers. I like the gold mount variety. I'm not a V-mount kind of guy. They range anywhere from $250 to $500+ each. They actually used to be better. I feel like the last few ones I've bought have died out fairly fast, and they cost a lot of money. And right around that time, I started using the TB50 on my Ronin-2. It's also the same battery that's used on the Master Wheels and of course the Inspire 2 drone. It's a high-end cinema drone. They also use it on their M600 big multi-rotor. What's so great about these batteries? They're fairly small, fairly compact, and they're actually very intelligent. They discharge themselves and they're smart for storage. They discharge themselves to a certain point and they hold at that level. And they also have an internal heating element. That's because when they're used on drones, if it's very cold out, that would result in a significantly decreased flight time. So they heat themselves up to try to keep the battery performance up. So that is really amazing in a battery this size and of this price. Now, they have been as cheap as $160 because of some of the Trump tariffs. They have gone up a little bit. They're $189. That still makes them very inexpensive, especially because usually when you go inexpensive, you have a lot of trade-offs. In this case, this is actually one of the best batteries I've ever used. And part of the reason of that is that, like I said, the drone sort of DNA of this battery. The other reason and the other advantage of it is that it's a LiPo battery, so lithium polymer instead of lithium ion. The advantage of that is that they charge very fast, and this is very important on a drone, of course, because you're burning through a lot of batteries really quickly. Like in half an hour, you can go through 2 or 6 if you're on a big copter. And so it's very important to charge them faster than you're flying, than you're burning through them. So they charge very fast. It is a 26 volt 98 watt hour battery. So, and it's also designed to output a very high amperage. All of this makes this a very attractive battery, especially given the price. The problem always is that it's using their proprietary connector. So the fix for this has always to be somehow to transform this into a gold mount or a V-lock. And what we have done at CineMilled is we made a universal sort of mounting battery plate bracket that has gold mount studs on the side of it. And so what we did is we took the battery module for the Ronin-2, and then it carries 2 of these TB50s, and then you can go from the D-tap on that out to your camera. And so that is what I've been doing up until today. I've used the Ronin-2 battery module with 2 of the TB50s on my sled. I've used it on my cameras. I just have to make that D-tap to whatever the camera is cable. I need to make a special cable. The other advantage of using that Ronin-2 battery module and our universal battery plate is that it can output 26 volts, so you can power cameras like the Alexa LF on your Ronin-2 or just on sticks. But what I really wanted, and what everyone's really wanted, is a way to transform this into a gold mount or a V-lock battery. So now we have that. And so basically, very simply, it just slides in, clicks in, and there you have it. So now on one side is your TB50 and the back side is a gold mount, and then you have 2 D-taps. This is the basic model. There's also a pro model that's gonna have an LCD voltage readout, the D-tap, a LEMO, and a USB. This is a great solution. You know, why? What are the advantages of this? One of the big advantages, so this is capable of 17 amp of throughput. That means, you know, when a lot of some of these high-end cameras, when they're recording, if they're recording high speed, and depending on boot up, sometimes they'll spike to 12 amps or more. And so this battery can easily supply that. and you're not hurting it. So with some of the lithium ion batteries, if you draw the battery down really fast, you tend to reduce its life. These batteries are designed for a very high draw, so they don't lose their life when you're using them in a very high output situation. These batteries are available on our website. They also make a TB55, which is a little bit fatter, and it's double the capacity. They're available on the website. You can buy them at the same time you're buying the adapter. And it's really cool. It's basically just turned itself into a gold mount battery, and you can just use them on my Steadicam sled, for example. The other thing is very important to talk about is the chargers. So with these kinds of batteries, the chargers can range anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for a quad charger. And so that's very expensive, obviously. And they'll still only charge, sometimes 2 batteries at a time. The interesting thing is DJI's most inexpensive charger for this it's a 4-position charger, and it'll charge the first 2 batteries to 80% first, and then when they reach 80, it starts charging the other 2, and then it tops the other 4 off. There is also a charging case that can charge up to like 8 or more batteries at a time. And the biggest thing about charging is, like I touched on before, these LiPo batteries, they charge much faster than the lithium ion batteries. So these will typically charge, an hour or so, it depends. The other batteries might take up to 3 hours. The cost of the charger and the speed of the charging are really key elements to using this. So you can even use them to power lights, So I got here my ballast, and boom. So now I'm powering the lights off of my TB50. The time has come to talk about the most important aspect of anything that has a battery and is outputting power into very expensive pieces of equipment. Such as here we got our brand new inertia wheels, and they actually do come with a D-tap power cable, which I'm going to plug in right now. And so safety. Safety is a very extremely important, especially like I said, when you're plugging into very expensive things. And so a lot of time was spent by the electrical engineer designing a lot of safety into the circuit board inside of this battery adapter. There's a lot of conditions that if they happen, this instantly shuts down the output of power into whatever it's powering. So over or under voltage of the battery, over current, over voltage of the output side of the adapter if it goes over 17 volts, over temperature of the electronics inside of the adapter, or a short circuit. At the moment, I find myself at a crossroads because I have a lot of lithium ion batteries left over that are dwindling, they're sort of dying off, and I have a growing number of TB50s. And so I was waiting for a way to make it a little bit more convenient to use on everything on set. There's no doubt that this is really what you want. It has all the safety. The Pro model has the extra power outs like the 2-pin LEMO that make it great to use on, in studio mode on the camera. And so, that's really what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to get a Pro model for my camera, and then I'm going to get a couple other the basic models to power up like my 17-inch monitor or to use on my Steadicam sled, for example. And so I'm probably going to get a handful of these. And, it's really great now to have one monitor or one battery to power everything on set. And I can leave the old lithium ion batteries behind and move in to the LiPo batteries full time, the TB50s or the TB55s, because they're both fit. So that's really great. So if you have any further questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or better yet, you can go check out the website. We have full technical specifications on the battery adapter. Or of course, as always, you can join our CineMilled users Facebook group. You can ask questions about anything on there. We got lots of members in there that maybe already have what you have questions for, so they're the best people to ask because they're using the product. And yeah, so I'm just really excited to finally have one battery to do everything, and actually have it be a battery that is extremely capable and that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So that's really great. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave this right about here, and thanks a lot, and I'll see you on set.